Deal or No Deal seminar.
It's happening at Columbia College, Chicago on April 3rd from 2 to 3 p.m. at the Ferguson Theater, 600 South Michigan. Our panel will include a behind-the-scenes look at the stories of the lives that run the music business. On our guest panel, we have Lenny Santiago in from New York City, A&R Def Jam Records, left-hand man to El Presidente, Mr. Jay-Z himself. We have Don DiNapoli, Street to Sweet promoter, holla at your boy in New York, our standard represent.
Deal or No Deal.
I am Lenny, yes, I am from Rockefeller, Def Jam, you name it, I've been there. Now I'm in the shop, coming to see what y'all got, deal or no deal.
Along with planning, multitasking and focus, and how does that fit in your daily life?
We're a marketing company and management company, so we're dealing with all different types of artists, all different types of products, brands, clients. So we're constantly multitasking. I do, however, at the right times, give the appropriate focus, and I think that's really important. I think, in today's age, when people are on the phone, they're doing they're checking their emails at the same time, they're working on some other document. I mean, they're doing 3 or 4 things at a time. It could affect the impression that you make on that person that you might be doing a deal with or building a potential relationship with.
I come from, like I said again, Rockefeller Records is an independent record company, and you have to multitask. Everybody have 5, 6 jobs. If you look back, if anybody's familiar with Jay-Z albums, photography in every album, I have that credit. A&R the albums, I have that credit. One time Jay's DJ walked off on us right before a show. I DJ'd from there. I DJ'd for him for the next 4 years. So I'm taking pictures. If you're familiar with any Jay-Z movies, I filmed, well, the 3 that we did, I filmed 2 of them. So that credit, so you have to do a lot. And everybody had to wear 4 and 5 hats.
Grinding is like an essential part of the music business. What were some of the points in your life when you guys were grinding and it just seemed like you would never stop? And I know when you're working your way up the ladder, it just seems like the days last 36 hours and that's the way it is.
I don't think I've ever stopped grinding. I think that from the beginning, since I broke into this business to today, there's always an element of grinding. Trying to get to a radio station event, or to be there to do meet and greets for artists in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the mountains, in the middle of a blizzard, in the middle of the night, being stuck on the side of the road for hours. That felt like a grind. When I worked for Donnie Ienner and Tommy Mottola at Sony Music, I mean, 2 of the most respected music moguls in the business. Working for them, there's no doubt about it. It was hardcore. It was one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life, and every day seemed like it was a grind. But looking back on it all, it was, I don't think of it as a grind. I think of it as experiences that built my character, because I did that. I was in those trenches. I paid my dues. I grind.
It seemed like I gave out 8 million flyers and hung up 26,000 poster boards, and it seemed like it would never end. But I did it. I kept going, and the best satisfaction about that now is seeing the people that saw me back then and saying, I'm proud of you. You stuck with it.
It's only like a grind if you're not enjoying it. It's a sexy business and everything, and the payoff can be good. Not 100% going to be. It's a gamble one way or the other. Not everybody that works in the music business winds up a millionaire. But if you love it, like if you really, really love it and you can't see yourself working anywhere else, and just finding a new artist or hearing that new song that makes the hairs on the back of your neck stand up, or whatever it is, if that is what makes your life complete, then go for it. But
what were some of the best relationships that you guys developed, that either from a mentor or from somebody that you came up with, that turned to be extremely beneficial?
I think in general, just in this business, relationship breeds success. It's a relationship-built business. There's no doubt about it. For me, establishing relationships with, the most influential program directors at radio stations around the country, for what I was doing, in marketing and promotion for my artists, establishing a relationship, with the heads of programming at MTV, the big video channels. I mean, the catalysts that reach the masses, those controllers, were the relationships for me that served to be incredibly invaluable. Also, you know, in order for me to start this company, establishing relationships with the artists and managers and agents and, you know, other entertainment lawyers and publishing companies. I mean, you know, that's what this business is all about, is building relationships.
You pretty much nailed everything. Relationships can get you almost anything you need. Relationships have gotten me a producer who charges $100,000, $20,000 for my price because of my relationship. Relationships can do from, you know, introducing you to somebody to get you a job to anything. They're worth way more than money.
How important are setting goals, and what are some of the goals that you guys are currently working towards?
Strategizing as far as with a new artist or a new brand. Def Jam is we're trying to develop a new brand, as per se, somewhat like an Asylum is at Atlantic, or somewhat like what a Koch is, where, you know, we can bring in artists who maybe do 50, 60, 70, 100,000 units independently, which is very good for them, you know, but maybe not so have that big Def Jam logo on it, whereas, you know, people are waiting for them to meet high expectations since it's Def Jam, as opposed to it being an Asylum or on Koch. So that's the next goal that I'm working on.
That's the whole philosophy behind the deal or no deal. Whether you got $1 million in the bank or no money in the bank, do it with no money. Do it off, you know what I'm saying, pure determination, pure grit, pure will. Make it happen.